Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here for round 2 of the S1 Production Car Challenge, otherwise known as our community series. It's a mix of our current drivers and also up-and-coming drivers. And oh wow, we're here tonight in the KTM X-Bow Austrian car at an Austrian track here at Spielberg. And I'm very excited for this one, and somebody who is also very excited is sitting right next to me in the commentary box. And Mr. Bumcrack, how are we doing tonight?
Very well, thank you, mate. It's good to be here.
And can you tell us a bit about what's happening tonight in terms of the tyres of fuel and a little bit about this car? I know that you've driven so many laps in this car.
Yeah, all of actually, I didn't even put a time in because I was embarrassed of it. But no, it seems like a understeery car, but fun to drive.
Yeah,
it's and Red Bull track. You know, it's hard on the braking zones and hard to accelerate. Just get that right speed out of the corners. I'm really struggling in the main game. But yeah, 2 20-minute rounds today. I'm expecting some pretty close racing actually out of these guys. There's some pretty fast drivers here.
Yeah, some big names stepping up to the plate today. Yeah, so it's Sport Softs tyres on the X-Bow, 9 times tyres, 4 times fuel, if I'm not mistaken. Should be a good race. 2 races. It's a 10-minute qualifying followed by 2 20-minute races, the second of which being reverse grid of the first. So, yeah, lots of racing tonight, and these cars, low grip. They're a very low-powered sports car, so it should be a lot of fun, these things. I'm looking forward to it. Just waiting on one more person to rejoin the lobby. Oh.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, we had to...
I think we're waiting on one more person to rejoin the lobby, and then we should be ready to go. And we should have a full grid of 14 drivers here tonight, which very, very good for a community series turnout. We love to see 14 people all on track at the same time. So yeah, very much... I forgot what I was going to say there. Just waiting for everybody to rejoin, tick into the lobby. We are resetting the time of day, but yeah, can't say I tuned into the first community series race of the season, as I was in the middle of nowhere on a camping trip. But I mean, if the main game's anything to go by, what we saw on Sunday here in Division 3 and Division 1, this is going to be a cracker of a community series race, I should say. Yeah, so very, very excited for this one. Good to be back for the community series. And is everyone ready to go? No, still waiting.
Still loading in there. Sorry, that was my mistake. I should have changed tracks a little earlier.
Oh, and...
We've got 0 in.
Oh, so we might have 15. So I think John might have to step aside, unfortunately. Or Renegade. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. You can tell them that. Bumcrack.
It's been done.
Yeah, we'll just see.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. You made the choice for them. Okay, I wonder if... Wait, has Willie Dot joined back? I do not think so.
Oh, no, I hope not. I hope not. Come on. Oh, right. My God. Sorry. What have I done here? What have I done here?
Oh, have you still got the PP setting?
Oh, shit.
Turned on?
Yes, my apologies to everybody.
So, hello to everybody in chat. We see Robert Rice, Womble, we see Chase and Brev there as well. Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the community series tonight. We should be ready to go with qualifying any moment now. Bumcrack is just sorting out the official 14 that will be racing here tonight at the Red Bull Ring, as everybody now can join. It looks like... How many do we have? We should have...
Got 14.
It looks like 14. I think it's 13, and then if the other guy's joining back, that is. Oh, no.
No, we got our 14.
That's...
We've actually got 15.
Do we? Oh, no,
Looks
that's
like
me and you. We're the other two.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Oh, well, then we've just kicked
We're only
Renegade
15.
for no
14,
reason.
15. My apologies, Renegade.
Yeah, well, it's Willie.com who we're waiting on. If he's joining back, is he going to join? If Willie.com is joining, please join back ASAP. Otherwise, you're going to be missing out, unfortunately. Well, I don't think he's coming back. So I reckon we just call qualifying there. What do you reckon, Bumcrack?
I think we have to, really.
Yeah. So 13, it will be. Terribly sorry to Renegade there.
And the big button's been pushed.
Okay. What colour's the button this week?
It's not orange.
So it's
it's not orange, it's actually black.
So the big black button. 1 letter away from something we can't say before 9 o'clock. And qualifying is a go for 13 here. And it is HC Hyperdrift HKS, first one out of the pits. The name is a mouthful, but definitely new to the S1 Community Series. Have not seen him around before. We have Heafy in P2 out on the road. That's another fresh name. I think he joined us for the, not the community, the Sector 1 Motorsport Australia Gran Turismo Esports Challenge, I believe. Just behind him, we see Scotty Arzu, third on track. And then we have 2 Americans behind with Zero Placement and Fezza 21. So Zero Placement, name doesn't ring a bell for me, but behind him, Fezza, he joined us for a few races in last season's community races. So good to see him back with us, sporting the number 21. We see in 6th on the road a very, very familiar name, Scooter 82. One of the very good drive, very quick last time he was here in Sector 1 main game. I believe his last season was Season 4, winning his last race for Datsun Racing in Category 2, what is now Category 1 to Group B, which is now what we call Division 2. I think that was in the Bathurst Enduro, if my memory doesn't fail me. That was all the way back in Season 4. We see Hellcat Karts. Name doesn't ring a bell for me either in 7th place on the road. We see Big J in PH. I think that's what we've agreed to call him, isn't that right, Bumcrack?
Yes, I think so, yes. For now.
For now. After 9 o'clock it might be different.
Maybe.
9th on the road is a very familiar name here at Sector 1. It is, of course, John 27 TCT. He raced here on Sunday night in Division 1. Unable to finish that race, had a retirement in that one, but he's back here now for the Community Series, keen to have a bit of fun at the Red Bull Ring. 10th place is the Brocchio 5 Sim Racing Recruit and Division 4 rookie, Wartime 666. He is sporting that very interesting colour shift, sort of pearlescent greeny purple car there, which looks very, very nice, if I do say so myself. Just behind him, we see Grabs Heldon. Never heard of this guy before, have you, Bumcrack?
No, ever, but welcome.
In 12th, we see ESR Prometheus, who the name doesn't ring a bell either. Lots of new faces in this Community Series race, but he does share a clan code with Renegade, who was with us earlier, but for some reason had a disconnect from the lobby. I don't know anything about that, do you, Bumcrack?
I'm going to plead innocence and for an apology.
So first lap's in, Heafy straight to the top of the times ahead of Scotty Ed Hyperdrift. Fezza crosses the line, Metal Gear to the top of the times, 37.1 he puts in there. We see Fezza to P6. Hellcat puts himself into P6, just ahead of Fezza. We see Big J crosses the line to put himself into P6, and John will be the next to cross the line. And just getting warmed up, John. I think that's his first actual lap. I don't think he did any practice because main game drivers, they have to join quite late. So P8 it is for John at the moment. Wartime, about to cross the line. And he will stay where he is in P10. Next will be Grabs Heldo, who gets a penalty, so this lap will be invalidated, and he goes to the bottom of the time screen. The zero placement is on his outlet, and we have somebody else who's just joined as well. Didn't quite catch who that was, but Metal Gear has it 5/10 over Heafy there, and he is 4/10 purple already. So, big slide. That might come with an invoice from the stewards, though. Will Metal Gear looks like he's escaped without a penalty, though. He's on into the final sector. As Hyperdrift puts himself into P3 with a 37.8. Heafy into the pits for a new set of tyres. Scotty R puts himself into 4th place with 38.1. A couple of hundreds quicker than his last lap. All counts. Looking a little further down the order, we see Scooter 82 straddling that sausage curve on the exit of turn 1. Doesn't come with an invoice though, so as we look back down, we see Big J P6, 0 puts himself into 7th. As John sets a lap, a representative lap now of a 1:39.2, puts himself into P6. John's just going to get quicker and quicker as this qualifying session goes on. With 4 minutes remaining, anything can happen in this race, that's for sure. As Grabs Helldog sets a lap, which is good enough for 12th place at the moment. It's a 1:42.4. As we see Wartime with a half-second penalty as well. Metal Gear with a 1-second penalty. Don't know where he's picked up that, but that is a whopping penalty, and he's going to serve it on this lap. Very good consistency from Metal Gear. 1:37.136 and then a 1:37.198. So being able to perform that quick 2 laps in a row, very, very good job for Metal Gear. Holds on to provisional pole position as it stands at the moment. Say Hyperdrift and Scotty R into the pits to put on a new set of tyres. Sport Soft. And it looks like there was something that just happened between Metal Gear and Scooter 82. We'll try and catch that on the Liquid Solutions action replay. And not too sure. Not seeing anything, so might have just missed that one on the replay, unfortunately. 2.5 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. Metal Gear holds on to provisional pole position over Heafy 82 in 2nd place. With Hyperdrift HKS occupying the 2nd row alongside Scotty R. So just 2 minutes remaining, not long left in this session. Oh, I've just noticed something. PD have given us the session timer back in the middle of the screen when you're spectating. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, no, never mind. It was just because I was displaying the race info. Damn it, I thought PD gave us something for once, but it wasn't to be.
Dreamlike.
As Metal Gear comes around the second to last corner, very wide, might come with a penalty that. Final corner, is he going to be up or down? I think he's going to be down, well and truly down on this lap time. So these guys are going to get one more crack at it. Most of these guys are going to get, everyone's going to get one more lap here. Fezza improves his lap time to go 10th quickest there. As Big J's into the pits.
Risky time to do it.
Yeah, that might be him done for the session. Don't see him getting around to do another lap in the session, so looks like he's going to be starting best scenario, 7th place, 4th row on the grid. Let's see what he does in the pits. No tyres, no nothing. He's just going to sit there. As we see Prometheus sets a lap time of 1:41.4, enough for 12th spot there. Grabs Helldog, sets a lap. Oops, I've misclicked. I apologise, everybody. It is my bad. I'm an amateur, guys. Sorry, what can I say? It's running wide there. What was that? Somebody running wide. We can see if we can catch that on the replay. As they came into turn 4 there, this car in front, they've just slipped off the circuit a little bit, so not too sure what's happened there, but yeah, they've just gone off the track. Not too sure who that was, but
yeah, penalties are playing a big part here.
Seeing no improvements either in that time. Scotty R could be improving. 5, 6, 7. No, he's going to be down. Scooter finishes as well, and everyone's going to there, so I think that'll be it, run and done. Oh, Prometheus has one more chance to better his lap time. Let's see if he can do it as he heads down towards the line. And what's going to be use a 10 slower, so that concludes our qualifying session. And now, because some people are in the pits, I think we're going to have to sit here and wait.
We probably did actually set it at 90 seconds.
As we look to the chat now, we see John Shepherd and David Levenspiel in the chat as well. Hello everybody, thank you for joining us on this Thursday evening. Question, what's the continuation time set for Concrete?
90 seconds.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I actually did take it down from 100.
I'm just impatient. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's have a look at our results for the session. So Metal Gear takes pole position by almost 6/10 with a 1:37.097. By a stomping 6/10 over Heafy, who joins him alongside on the front row of the grid. We see Hyperdrift HKS in P3 with Scotty R2 in 4th. Scooter 82 5th, Zero Placement 6th, Big J in P7. John in 8th, Grabs Helldog in 9th, Hellcat Kart in 10th, Fezzer 11th, Prometheus 12th, and Wartime rounds out the pack in 13th position there. So that's how they will be lining up in a couple of moments' time. What do you think of that, Bumcrack? What are your thoughts on that?
I was actually watching them go around, and everyone's actually they're looking fast, but geez, it's a tough car to drive fast.
Yeah.
It really is. A lot of understeer in it. And, yeah, just guys seem to be struggling to get the consistency out of it.
So, have your say in the chat below who you think your predictions below, I should say, of where you think who's going to finish where, who's going to take the races and whatnot. And we're not far away from beginning race 1, are we, Bumcrack?
No. The boys will be ready to start at any point.
Yes, so...
In fact, I'll call it 1 minute.
1 minute to go. So, very interesting qualifying session. Oh, as we see Prometheus has left the session for some reason. Not too sure why. Oh, I think we've lost 2 people because...
Yeah, we've lost side pocket.
We have a look at the results again. Yeah, Wartime 666. Have we lost him? I think we have. Try and scroll up in the
We
chats.
may have to restart this room.
Maybe.
Manually set it. I do have photos.
Just trying to see where we've lost Wartime.
Left the room before finishing qualifying.
Yeah, not too sure there. Oh, he's left on the final lap. So I'm not too sure. Alright, I reckon let's get straight into race number 1. What do you think, Bumcrack?
I'm thinking so, yes. Yep. I'm just about to give her a wick up and off she goes.
Here we go. Race number 1. I am very excited for start of this one. Should be very, very interesting. See if everybody can make it cleanly through turn 1. The test starts were all clean, so hopefully they can continue that into race number 1, and hope they are out and racing here at Red Bull Ring for the Community Series. Oh, lots of drama in the background. They're 3-4 wide at the moment, but it looks like everybody's made it through cleanly after it was a little bit of chaos. Do they make it through turn 1? Yes, they do. They get it done very nicely there.
Very clean.
Hyperdrift has picked up a penalty there, which is not great at all.
Not surprising either. It's a tough track for penalties.
Yeah. As we see Scooter diving down the inside of Heavey, can't quite get the move done. Under a little bit of pressure from Hyperdrift on the outside, however, but he does have a penalty kick that one. Big J's made up the position into P5 now, as they head down the hill down towards turn 4 now. And a little bit of side-by-side action between Big J and Grabs Helldog as they head down towards the middle sector of the track. Keeping relatively calm through this first part of the race, which is great to see. We love to see it. Nice and clean racing so far. No contact anywhere. As we'll have a look on the Liquid Solutions action replay at that race start. It was pretty clean from everybody as they made their... Oops, I am terribly sorry. I've clicked the wrong button once again. Oh, I'm not warmed up for this, guys. I'm terribly sorry. Okay, here's the race start once again as they head up the hill towards turn 1, and it was very calm and quiet. We saw someone running wide, but for the most part everybody kept it pretty calm, which is nice to see. Back
we've just lost
the race now.
Helldog's just been lost at the back of the field there.
Oh dear.
A victim of turn 1.
Ooh. Always hurts. There's a bump right after the apex, and if you catch that wrong, you're screwed. You either have to take a penalty or risk a spin, and yeah, we've seen both of those outcomes so far in the first minute of this race.
It is a very tough corner, turn 1. I still can't get it in that corner.
Yeah. As Heafy's picked up a penalty as well. Metal Gear's got a 1.3 second lead over Heafy, who may be under threat from Scooter 82 here as well. So as these guys head round towards the final sector of the track. Will Heafy lose that position? I don't think so, because it looks like Scooter has picked up a penalty as well. They must have both had a penalty there. Hyperdrift running a little bit wide as well. Metal Gear sets the first official lap time in the race. It's a 1:37 flat, so I think that's actually quicker than his pole time, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure, huh?
as we see them through turn 1. Zero Placement and Big J, they were side by side. No, it was... Who was side by side? There's some people side by side through turn 1. As they head up the hill through turn 2 towards turn 3, the big hairpin. Very, very tight corner. Good overtaking opportunity for everybody. Very clean racing so far in the first few laps of this race. Not seeing any major contact here.
No, everyone's been quite good. And that was actually, yes, you are correct. He had a 37.097.
Yeah, so even quicker in the race. So Metal Gear is absolutely flying in the early stages of this one.
Yeah, full tank of fuel.
So
Cold
Scooter
tyres.
will serve his penalty this time round at the burn zone, and Hyperdrift should make his way through Scooter and into the podium places. Scooter pulls to the right side of the track. Does he hold on to it? No. So Hyperdrift moves up into P3. So I don't think the penalties are that effective around here, as looks like Scooter only lost about 0.6 from a half-second penalty, which is very, very interesting to see. As Hyperdrift has picked up a penalty as well. So has John in pursuit of Zero Placement for the P5 position. Going to be arguing that. But yeah, Hyperdrift and John both picking up a penalty. So does Scotty R have a penalty. So penalties galore here in the KTMs. Metal Gear absolutely stretching his legs already and 3 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. That third lap of the race a little bit slower, 37.8 than the 37 flat he's set on lap number 2, but he'll take it. Very comfortable drive so far for Metal Gear. Scooter 82 managed to get back in front of Hyperdrift, who is trying a move down the inside at turn 4. Can't quite get it done, but he's going to argue the point there side by side down towards turn 5 now. Scooter 82 has a car width in front, takes the racing line, and he will hold on to that podium place over Hyperdrift through turn 6 down. And when they get to the penalty burn zone, Scooter will say goodbye to Hyperdrift as he'll drop off the back. Let's just see how much time he does lose from that penalty burn. So yeah, it's about half a second. So half a second from a half-second penalty, that's, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Not as punishing as other tracks, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, even when we were here on Sunday in the Group 2s, a half-second penalty would still set you back about a second. So yeah, it's just interesting to see with the lower power cars that we've got here.
Yes, that's probably actually where all of the difference lies, I imagine.
Scooter 82 had a massive moment on the curve there, by the way. Manages to keep it pointing in the right direction. We see Zero Placement ahead of John and Scotty, who have both served their penalties, and they're hunting down Zero Placement. We see, who's down that? Somebody's down the inside. I think that was Scotty down the inside of John and up into P6 now. So we have a look on the Liquid Solutions action replay at that one. That was a brilliant move from Scotty R. So they head up into turn 3. That was just a brilliant textbook move. Dives down the inside, gets it pulled up under brakes, easy as you like. Brilliant stuff from Scotty there. We resume racing once more. Yeah, Heafy has a 1 second penalty. Let's see how much that sets him back. He should definitely lose that position to Scooter. It's going to be tight. Scooter does get in front, and he's a whole car width in front and goes up into second place. 7 seconds to Metal Gear ahead, though, so I don't think he'll be able to get that done. But I think Heafy's going to be arguing the point here with Scooter. 4/10 currently the gap. As we approach the halfway mark, a long way left to go in this first race.
We've got Scotty R, Zero Placement, and John down there giving each other a little bit of grief.
good little battle pack here. As we see as well down, we see Hellcat, Kart, and Fezza. Oh, very tight there. As Fezza looking for a way past Hellcat, but can't quite get it done through turn 1. He thought about it, but he's going to have to drop off just a little bit, half a second to go. Oh, so we see him move in the background. Somebody's gone. It's all kicked off in the background here. Oh dear, looks like there's big contact. Let's have a look on the Liquid Solutions action replay at that one. That looked like a big bingle. There was yellow flags flying. As they head up the hill, what happened here? It looked like a bingle between... Oh, there was already yellow flags. It had already happened for the guys up front, I believe. Oh, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, we've actually... Scotty's actually managed to pull up a 3-second penalty for the yellow flag infringement.
Oh, that's disaster.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
But I mean, the yellow flags are there for a reason. If you overtake, the game will hit you with a penalty, as you will be serving it here, which should drop him well and truly out of this battle. Maybe even into the clutches of Big J. It's going to be tight. No, there's definitely going to be a bit of a gap between them as they continue on. But yeah, Scotty's been dropped back pretty much 3 seconds, so the penalties are true to what they'd say. John manages to get in front of Zero Placement somewhere on the track on that last lap, but they continue on for now. John into P5, 5 seconds up to Hyperdrift, who is a part of the leading pack. I'm not too sure who spun, but somebody must have spun, because there was definitely yellow flags there at turn 3 on the last lap. As Scooter 82 and Heapy's battling it out. Heapy shows the nose, but has to settle in behind. He's going to try the long way around. Very, very wide from Heapy. He's trying the late apex, and he gets the massive run out of the corner on Scooter 82. He's looking for the move, just manages to stick in behind for now. 9 minutes left in this one. These two battling hammer and tongs as they head through turn 5 and 6. 2 tenths just separating these guys. As Metal Gear has stretched his legs, he's into the 36s with the fastest lap. 8-second gap to the guys behind. Massive lead for Metal Gear. Not seeing him losing that in this first race. So he should be on last place with the reverse grid for race number 2 if nothing changes. It's Heapy giving Scooter 82 a rough time here as they head up the hill towards turn 1. Heapy thinking about a move. A little bit of movement behind, shows the nose. Doesn't quite go for the move, just trying to jinx Scooter 82 into a mistake of sorts. Heading down towards turn 2 and 3 now is Scooter 82. Looks like he can get the greatest exit for that slipstream, keeping him competitive as they head down towards the second major braking zone on the circuit. Things have started to spread out here. This is the closest battle on track at the moment.
Yeah, they were actually pretty tight down the back there, but that's essentially spread out a little bit now.
Yeah, into turn 4 now. Yeah, so Heapy's taking a very wide line as opposed to Scooter and getting a massive exit. Well, as I say that, this time he gets a poor exit, unable to capitalise. But that's what he's been doing. He's been taking that wide line to the corner, braking very late, turning in very late and getting a powerful exit down towards turn 5. As that gap opens up to 6.5 tenths, Metal Gear is 10 seconds down the road already, so he is well and truly checked out. With 7 minutes left to go, 13 minutes gone in this race. As Heapy's picked up a penalty as well, so that's going to drop him a little bit further back. John closing in on Hyperdrift as well. Was 5.5 seconds, now sitting at 4.9. Zero Placement in P6, a little bit of no man's land. About 2 seconds either side of him between John and Scotty. Big J in 8th place at the moment, ahead of Fezza. Massive gap back to Fezza, who is also sitting in a bit of no man's land over grabs L-Dog, who picks up a penalty. Penalties are absolutely nipping people in this race. Run wide and you will get a penalty. That's what the in-game system is saying. Scooter 82 has a 2-second gap back to Heafy now, who has picked up a 1-second penalty. So he's had a massive moment through the first turn, I guess. And when he serves that, I think he's still going to be a while ahead of Hyperdrift, but yeah, it's going to put him pretty much in the middle of nowhere, Heafy here. As he comes around turn 6 and will be serving his penalty just after turn 7 here. Pulls to the right, will serve that 1-second penalty and rejoins the race exactly where he was before the penalty. As we see John under a lot of pressure from zero placement at the moment. Must have made a mistake somewhere on this lap, but zero placement right up behind John there. 2 tenths between these two. Looked like Zero ran a little bit wide, but for the most part manages to keep it on the circuit without a penalty. As he goes very, very close. He is driving at his absolute quickest at the moment, Zero. Last lap, just a couple of hundredths short of his personal fastest lap, which was on the previous lap before last lap. That's a bit of a tongue twister. Holding 7th place at the moment. Definitely no man's land, 3.7 seconds either side, but I think the bigger question... Oh, John's picked up a penalty! That's going to drop him right into the clutches of Zero here, if Zero can also stay penalty free. A little bit of lag spot there, but these guys continuing on. John approaches turn 5 now. He will be serving that penalty after turn 7, but what's that going to mean for this battle between John and Zero? Into turn 6. And John, I think that might have been lag, but it looked like he ran very wide. Might come with another half-second penalty. Pulls to the inside. Is Zero going to be able to get that move done? Yes, he does. He slides on through on John and claims P5. John runs wide again. It might just be the lag, actually, so I'm not too sure. I think it's just the lag. Yeah, it looks like he's running wide. Yeah. Yes, that's a penalty.
New penalty.
As Scotty still in no man's land over Big J, who is also in no man's land over Fezzer. Back of this field, spreading out a lot in this first race. 3 minutes remain. Should be enough for 2 more laps for most of these guys. Battle for P3 starting to heat up between Heafy and Hyperdrift. Zero placement and John still battling at it. Still going at it. John with another penalty, though, it might drop him out of contention. This is going to be very spicy towards the end of this race.
Metal Gear still going purple up front there.
36.921. Brilliant consistency from Metal Gear, though. 3 36s in a row. 36
nines.
Yeah. 36.963, 2.4, and a 2.1.
Yeah.
Another 36. He goes even quicker by a tenth. He's demolished that time.
Certainly a very fast driver, that's for sure.
Yeah. As Heafy and Hyperdrift, this battle really starting to ramp up in the latter stages of this race. They should have 2 to go. Judging by the timer. So plenty of time for Hyperdrift to stick a move on Heafy. Remember, it is reverse grid for race 1, so wherever they finish, they will be switching it around. big lag spike there.
Oh,
It's
yes,
getting
yes.
very
Starting to
bad
be a bit-
laggy. Looks like GT was nice to us for the first half of the race, but the second half has been plagued with a little bit of lag, but credit to most of the drivers for keeping things very, very clean so far.
Yeah, well, there's absolutely zero report that I've seen so far.
Yeah. That gap between Heafy and Hyperdrift at 1 second at the moment. No real battles on track at the moment, which is a little bit disappointing. No. Closest
it
is
a little.
John and Scotty.
Yeah, they've been giving each other grief the whole race.
Yeah.
These two.
Will they get another lap though? That's the big question. 15 seconds left on the clock. It will be very tight. It might just end like this for these two. These will be the first finishers if they do have to finish at all. As, yeah, I think it's going to finish like this. So the first of the finishers will be... Oh, John finished. Okay, so John will finish ahead of Scotty. Big J comes home in P8. Fezza will come home 9th in race number 1. Hellog will come home in 10th spot. And we'll see Hellcat in 11th for race number 1. Heading back up to the front, we see Scooter 82 ahead of Heafy and Hyperdrift, which the gap is at 1 second. So these guys, I think, unless barring any misfortune, it's going to stay this way until the checkers.
Yes, I think that is it.
As we have a look to Metal Gear, who has just rounded the final corner. Very dominant win. 16 seconds to the good. And he sets another purple lap at 36.6 just for good measure. And Scooter 82 drove brilliantly. He went from 4th or 5th on the grid, I'm pretty sure. But he'll come home to take a solid P2 in this one. Heafy will come home to complete the podium for race number 1. Hyperdrift in P4. And Zero Placement will be the last of the finishers who did go quickest, personal quickest on his last lap. And that seals the deal for race number 1. Very interesting race that was. As we saw very dominant display by Metal Gear there. Here is the official race results for race number 1. See Metal Gear absolutely dominating that race by 16 seconds over Scooter 82 in 2nd. Heafy 3rd. Hyperdrift 4th. Zero Placement takes 5th place. John 27. TCT takes 6th. Scotty R2 in 7th. Big Jig J takes 8th. Fezza in 9th. Gravs Helldog in 10th. And Hellcat in P11. So that concludes race number 1 for us here at Red Bull Ring. So we'll just head to a quick 5-minute intermission while we sort out the grid for race number 2. And we'll be right back with the action. So don't go anywhere, guys. Stay tuned and we'll be right back. Hello everybody, we are back for race number 2. The grid is all set, and we are ready to go. Wait, is that set to reverse grid? Or is that forwards grid?
It should be set to custom grid.
Okay, yeah, it should be fine. Okay, let's go. Let's get straight into race number 2.
We're off.
Okay. Oh, what's happened here? The grid is all sorts of messed up. I've lost my camera angles. Okay, here we go. We'll just have to sort it. Oh. Okay, as we're about to go racing once again for race number 2. And they are racing away here at Red Bull Ring as they head down towards turn 1, and oh, I think it's, yeah, it hasn't been reverse grid, it's just the results of last race. That's okay as they continue on. Scooter 82. As Scooter 82 heads down towards turn 3, he's managed to get the better of Metal Gear off the start of the line. And Hyperdrift is about to get down the inside of... Ooh, no, he backs out. Luckily, as we see here around the outside, who's that? Oh. As everybody continues on, seems like, oh, somebody running very wide there in the background. But everybody continues on fine. Incident free, luckily. As Scooter 82 under a lot of pressure from Metal Gear. And everybody makes it through turn 4 nicely. It's definitely a bit cloudy out here, isn't it? As John holds on to P5 more now. Oh, big moment in the background there for Fezza. Oh no, it was Zero who had a big moment. But Scooter 82 manages to hold on to the lead ahead of Metal Gear after the first lap. So already a bit of a interesting change to the start of this race. Heafy looking to get in onto the action as well. So is Hyperdrift, as these guys are, this top 4, they're all within about 2 seconds of the leader, which is currently Scooter 82. As we see John behind, who finds himself already in a little bit of no man's land. 1.5 seconds to the leading pack, and the second back to Fezza behind. As these guys head down towards turn 3 for the second time in race number 2. As you see in the background, we see Fezza and Scotty side by side. Fezza gets it down the inside, a little bit of a bump and rub between those two, but they managed to get it done. Fezza up into P6, but not without a return to service, as Scotty looking for a move, but he's also under pressure from zero placement. Coming down into turn 4 now, and these guys side by side. Scotty chooses the inside line over zero placement, and he will hold on to 6th place for now. As we have a look back at that move from Fezza on Scotty right there. Into turn 3, it was a brilliant move. Got it lined up and just fired it down the inside. You love to see it. As we get back to the racing action once again. And it's Scotty R on the back of Fezza with, it looked like, was that zero placement, was serving a penalty. So he's dropped behind Big J there. And into last place in this race. He's gone from 7th to 9th, has zero placement. As Metal Gear sets the fastest lap right up under behind Scooter 82 here. Looking to get a move done, Metal Gear. Sooner rather than later, I think. Once he's in that open air, he's able to stretch his legs, and we'll see a dominant race just like the last one. But for now, Scooter holding on. Might not last for long as Metal Gear can see him in his sights. Does he fire it down the inside? No, he's sensible about it. Knows there's a lot of time left in this one. 16 minutes left to go, 4 down. We're 2.5 laps in here. As Metal Gear, he might be able to get it done down towards turn 4 now. 2.5 tenths to the good is Scooter 82. Does he get the chance? Metal Gear holds in behind once again, showing no intent to overtake Scooter 82 in the early stages of this race so far. Heafy, he's dropped off the back just a tad. Hyperdrift not far behind, just half a second. These two were battling all through race 1 and looking to battle once again throughout race number 2. But for now, it's Scooter 82. They're side by side, Metal Gear and Scooter. And this is some real nice racing, but it looks like Scooter's going to hold on to the lead for now. Does Metal Gear have the run? They're neck and neck as they approach the final sector. Metal Gear edges into the lead, but Scooter 82 will take the position, chops off his nose, and holds the lead of the race. This is spectacular racing for these guys. Two very quick operators battling it out at the early stages of this race. 10th and a half, Metal Gear looking for the move now into the first turn. It looks like he's going to get it done. Fires it down the inside. Scooter 82, he tries to hang it around the outside, runs out of room, but it looks like Metal Gear is through on Scooter 82. Scooter picks up a penalty. Oh, that's crucial for this battle, as Metal Gear will hold on to the lead of the race, but it looks like, oops, I have clicked the wrong button once again. I am sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. I'm not good with this Gran Turismo thing. I apologize, everybody. As they head down towards turn 4, Scooter 82. He's 4 tenths off Metal Gear now. It looks like a returning move is unlikely from this point of the race. Penalty for Scooter. Metal Gear into the lead. He's already stretched his legs. That gap, 6 tenths. Oh, somebody's driven off the track. I think. Am I missing something? Oh yeah, Hyperdrift went off the track and he's dropped back 2 seconds to Heafy. We'll catch that on the replay, the Liquid Solutions action replay. And yeah, he just drove off the track and lost a lot of ground. Oh! Yeah, so everybody finding it a bit difficult down there at the 4th turn. Coming through the final sector now as Metal Gear 1.5 seconds to the good over Scooter 82 so far. As they head up down towards turn 1 once again as Scooter 82 picks up another penalty. That's crucial. Now that's dropping him back into the clutches of Heafy in P3. Oh dear. With 13 minutes left on the clock, getting close to the halfway mark now. Oh, these guys side by side. John and Scotty. But yeah, we look down the back. Big J and Fezza. Oh, well, we can say Big Jigglies now because it's past 9 o'clock, isn't it, Bumcrack?
It is. It is.
For a brief
But these two have
moment
been
there,
sort of fighting quite hard.
yeah, we see John and Scotty and Big Jigglies and Fezza fighting it out. For a brief moment, Scotty was on the grass on the run between turn 2 and 3, but John's picked up a 1 second penalty. So that'll drop him further back into the clutches of 0 there. Not ideal for John. Evidently not his favourite track, this one, John. He's struggled in the main game and now he's struggling a little bit in the community series. But this is for fun, this race, so I guess we can give him a little bit of slack.
It's a very understeery car, which is trying to push it to its limits, I think, and this track's very unforgiving on penalties.
As John serves that penalty now. 0, will he be able to get the better of John? He puts himself ahead. Yes, he does. Emerges in... Oh, John might pick up another penalty there as he runs wide in turn 9. Yes, he does pick up a penalty. Oh, disaster for John. Having a look back up front once again, Metal Gear sets the fastest lap of the race, a 1:37 flat once again. Scooter 82 back into the clutches of Heafy. Where have we seen this before? In race number 1, that's for sure. But Heafy does have a penalty. Hyperdrift still just tagging along in P4 here, hoping to get the better of the guys up ahead. So 0 picks up a penalty as well. John in P7 has a 1 second penalty, so John's picked up something else again. So John is getting absolutely murdered by these penalties. You can see on lap 4, lap 5, and now what's going to be lap 6 is just going to be well and truly into the 40s. For lap times, as just these penalties, they're holding him back. Metal Gear out to 5 seconds over Scooter 82 at the moment now. Considering he only took the lead on lap number 4, Metal Gear's doing pretty alright so far, as he is down on his lap time. Scooter and Heafy continuing on. Scooter matching Metal Gear's lap time on that last lap. As things are starting to settle down in this race a little bit for the top few guys. And even down the back, I mean, Big Jigglies and Fezza, they're giving it a good fight, these two. 6/10 between these two at the moment. John just ahead up the road. And Big Jigglies, he sets a personal quick sector. Oh, Fezza!
Fezza's thrown it up there.
Unable to
Might have been a bit harsh.
Yeah, unable to make the move stick there. Yeah, we have a look at that on the Next Level Racing action. I mean, the Liquid Solutions action replay, I mean. Just a little bit of a tap. And everybody sorts themselves out there. Scooter 82 and Heafy, that gap at 6/10 at the moment. These guys coming into the final sector. Oh, as Heafy serves his penalty, and now that's out to 1.1 seconds. So the closest battle on track has just ended immediately.
Scooter could have a penalty very next corner.
As we're well and truly into the second half of this 20-minute race now. 8 minutes remaining. and Metal Gear, he's slowing up a bit. Bit of a mistake on that last lap, potentially a penalty. As Scooter has closed up that gap, 4.5 seconds at the moment. Very quick and consistent laps from Scooter 82 at the moment. As John picks up yet another penalty. Seems to be the story of John's race tonight. Just penalty after penalty.
Not a good night.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's Big Jigglies and Fezzer. That gap has opened up just a little bit as well. As Scooter 82 and Metal Gear, that gap out to 5.2 seconds. Heafy closing in that gap to Scooter 82. Has gained 5 tenths on this lap alone, but a poor exit out of 7 sees that gap back up to 8 tenths. Through the second last corner and into turn 10. As we're right on board with Heafy in pursuit of Scooter 82. 1 second that gap at the moment. He sets his personal quickest lap of a 38 flat. Heafy is absolutely flying in the KTM. Very unstable through the first turn, as most of these guys know. Heading down towards turn 3 now. 7 tenths the gap. 6 tenths into the braking zone, using all of that track width to take the most geographic racing line possible for Heafy. And Scooter 82 gets a good drive out of the corner, unlike Heafy, who will be dropping just a couple of hundredths. But that slipstream reeling himself back in. Under brakes into turn 4 now. Counteracting that, understeered very nicely on the power. Very late to try and maximise the exit, get the car turned in. Five minutes remaining in this one, not long to go for these guys. Yeah, there's not many battles on track at the moment, which is a little bit disappointing. Usually the community series gives us a lot of battles, but yeah, haven't been treated very nice tonight. But Metal Gear stamping his foot down, 38.8. 36.8 for the fastest lap, I should say, and he's followed it up with a 38.8. Oh, and he's picked up a penalty as well. Not great from Metal Gear. Scooter 82 also has a penalty, and Heafy is right behind, 3 tenths between those two.
Bring it back.
Heafy into the 37s at the moment. He is a man on a charge. I reckon he'll be smart about this, because he knows that Scooter will be serving that penalty on the next at the next penalty burn zone, I should say. So you shouldn't try to force a move. You'll just be happy to sit behind, wait until it opens up, and then pounce. But of course, if the gap opens up like it almost did at turn 5, he's going to take it. Or runs a little bit wide, might come with an invoice. Scooter serves his penalty. And he does get a penalty. Heafy picks up a penalty in 7. So he's going to slot himself into second place, but it's not going to be for long. Might last a lap, maybe less. As Hyperdrift lost touch with the front 3 a little bit. Currently sitting at 3 seconds to Scooter and 5 seconds to Scotty R behind. Which, yeah, John, he's had an absolute shocker this one. Penalty after penalty. Speaking of penalties, Zero picks up a half-second penalty on the last lap in his pursuit of Scotty. Scooter 82 all over the back of Heafy now as they head down towards turn 4. Might get a move done here. Scooter shows the nose. Oh, it doesn't quite dive down the inside. 3 minutes remaining in this one. Into turn 5 now. Scooter 82 will just be waiting for that penalty burn by Heafy. So he just wants to stay within the 5/10 buffer. He well and truly is 1/10. He's going to get it done before the penalty burn zone. So that'll give him a bit of a buffer there, Scooter, for the next lap. Which I think there's only 2 laps to go for these guys. They shouldn't get more than 2. But that gap to Metal Gear, not as dominant as the first race. 4 seconds to the good this time. What do you say we get into a quick tyre and fuel update, Bumcrack? We haven't got long to go, but I feel like it.
Well,
just to have a look at the tyres.
Yeah, I've got my fuel left, but that's not going to really matter that much. Absolutely all wear right through the whole field. All very close.
Yeah.
Zero placements used a fair bit more fuel, as with Scotty R. Scooter's used a fair bit of fuel as well.
Is anybody on the light, or you reckon they'll make it to the end?
No, everyone's going to make it to the end, I believe. We're all sitting on about 12%. 2 laps to go. I think they're going to be good with it.
No worries. Thanks, Bumcrack. As these guys will round the final corner to begin the final lap. As Metal Gear, he's done a bit of a quicker lap that time, but definitely a quicker lap, sets the quickest lap of the race, and puts that gap up to 5.2 seconds over Scooter, who, with 1 lap to go, I think that he might be able to make it to the end with what he's got.
Yeah, Scooter's, yeah, he's just clicked onto the fuel light. He'll make it, I think.
Yeah, 13 laps gone. If he's just on the fuel light now, should easily make it to the end. And he's got 8/10 over Heafy, which we're seeing some guys finishing. John, the first to finish. Big Jiggly's in 8th, will finish. And Big Fezzer in 9th comes across the line. But it's Metal Gear. He's been the story here today. Took pole position. Race 1 and race number 2. So very, very dominant display. He's drifting the car around the corners this lap.
Show off now with another purple.
Yeah. As Scooter 82, 8.5 over Heafy.
Is I'm correct? 36.6?
Yeah. It's outrageous.
Wow.
Very, very quick operator, Metal Gear. Considering the quickest lap out of everybody else is a 37.6 by Heafy, Metal Gear has just absolutely walloped that by 1.1 seconds.
Next level.
Yeah. As he rounds the final corner to cap off a brilliant outing, Metal Gear crosses the line in P1 here at the Red Bull Ring. Scooter 82 will come home in 2nd place. Heafy in 3rd. Holds on, does Scooter. Hyperdrift with a solid drive comes home 4th. Scotty R will come home in 5th place. And it will be Zero Placement who completes the field here. Coming home in 6th place. as that concludes race number 2 here. As we just have a look at the race results, the official race results for race number 2. Metal Gear takes P1 over Scooter 82 once again. Heafy takes a double podium as well. Hyperdrift missing out on both occasions in 4th place. Scotty R 5th, Zero Placement 6th, John 7th, Big Jiggly's 8th, and Fezza Home in 9th spot. So, yeah, a lot of action tonight. Was a little bit more quiet than we're used to seeing in the community series, but definitely a bit different, a bit of a different race tonight. I think the racing was very clean, no incidents, which is what we love to see. That's first and foremost what we want in the community series, so we love to see it. What are your thoughts, Bumcrack?
Actually, even though it seemed to spread out at the end there, it was some really good racing in the middle of that race.
Yeah.
I was actually watching the field there for quite some time, and there was actually some really good racing there between Gillies and John at some point, Zero Placement. They were all running pretty tight for a little bit.
Yeah. There was some small battle packs throughout the race, but for the most part, things were pretty spread out, which just happens with this sort of racing. But yeah, it was pretty good to watch. No complaints, as we've got a couple of Driver of the Day votes coming into the chat. Who's your Driver of the Day, Bumcrack?
I'm thinking Scooter, just for hanging on to Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty mighty effort in itself. But he actually put up some really nice racing there with Heafy for a sound. Considering the penalties, they were to and throwing a little bit.
Yeah.
But
As we
yeah,
see
I think
a couple of Drive of the Day votes for Metal Gear. I think I have to agree. I think I'm going to give my Drive of the Day to Scooter 82 as well. Just all round good racing. Kept it clean, had a couple of penalties, and yeah, I mean, and especially in that second race, held on to about a 4-second gap to Metal Gear there.
Yeah, and I'll give it to him. There was the close racing I did see. Everyone was actually very clean. On absolutely zero to put on a race director report.
Yeah, would be a good night to be a steward, but unfortunately, the stewards have to deal with the naughty boys in the main game at the moment. So yeah.
A lot of hard work that was.
Yeah. So thanks for everybody for showing up today. Supporting the community series. Was good to see. Good turnout tonight. We had 14 or 15 people at one point trying to get into the race, and yeah, we had a lot of people here to support. We had a max. We got 20 people in the chat right now. If you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you like what you're seeing. Next Sunday, we have Group B following us up with Division 4 and Division 2 right here in the main game, which, of course, is in the Group 2 NSX, the 2008 one, which that's a lot of fun to drive, and it should pop up some great racing action like we saw the last 3 weeks. So thanks for coming. That's everything from me. Got anything else to say before we sign it off, Crack?
No, it was actually not a bad night of racing, and hopefully we'll get some more of the technical race director stuff better next time.
It's okay. You did well for your first time, mate.
No worries.
Thank you for race directing tonight as well, Bumcrack. Was good to have you here in the comms box.
As much as I didn't say, but you're welcome. And yeah, wishing everyone had a good night tonight. I'm hoping they did anyway.
Yeah. All right, that's Lenosis and Mr. Bumcrack signing it off here for round number 2 community series, the S1 Production Car Challenge. And that's all from us on this Thursday night, and we'll catch you all next Sunday. See you guys.
See yous.